The South African recruitment industry is experiencing a decline of 20 to 30% in the number of candidates it's able to place. Companies are tightening their belts when it comes to employment and want greater efficiency with minimum costs. This is likely to deal a heavy blow to those who are jobless, as their prospects of finding employment don't look good.
The current economic crisis has led to an increase in the number of people who have lost their jobs. The unemployment rate for the third quarter of this year stands at 24.5% compared to 23.6% in the previous quarter. The job market is now tougher and more competitive, and companies are only willing to fill certain vacancies that can really add value to their bottom line.
It's tough out there at the moment. There aren't too many job opportunities available. There are a lot of unemployed people. Companies are very conservative in their spending at the moment. I think they're also experiencing pressure from the various unions, as you would know.
The high unemployment rate has led to many job seekers misrepresenting their qualifications and experience in the hope of securing employment. But this often leads to applicants being disqualified. Recruitment agencies say they often conduct a thorough test to ensure that the candidates are competent in the skills stated on their CVs.
We've got some very tight business controls in terms of how we check up on accuracy of CVs and if the candidate's telling us factually correct information. So it begins with reference checking, phoning people where you've worked before or people that know you and asking certain questions about you and your ability. And also in terms of your qualification, we have processes where we check up and see the accuracy of the qualification information that you've given us.
A well-structured CV with reliable references is the first step to giving you the opportunity for an interview. Experts say one of the best ways to impress your potential employer is to show that you have thoroughly researched the company you want to work for. You should also ensure that you align yourself with the values and culture of the company you want to work for.
First of all, they need a well-written CV, and they must make sure that it's as professionally written as possible for them. So in nice, neat, either handwriting or preferably get someone to type it up for them, and make sure that it's factually correct. There are no spelling mistakes. And the most important thing, I think, is got to tell the story about the experience and what they're capable of doing.
Government has undertaken to accelerate job creation through the Special National Jobs Initiative led by the Presidency, which hopes to create 500,000 jobs this year. One of government's job creation projects is the expanded Public Works program, which provides mostly temporary employment to unskilled people. But concerns have been raised about the fact that this job initiative does not create sustainable jobs in the long run.
We've experienced a lot of our temporary employees being taken off temporary assignments in the government departments, in the private sector. Unfortunately, we don't know whether these people are going to be taken on permanently. We don't know. We've just been given instruction that the assignments are coming to an end. So, of course, besides the people that are out there that are unemployed, we still have a good number of people who, by the end of this year, are not going to have positions. We don't know if they're being absorbed into permanent positions within these various government departments and private institutions.
The labour broker industry's future is currently uncertain, with different stakeholders calling for the practice to be banned, while others are calling for proper regulation. The industry, worth about 26 billion rand, has been accused of taking up to 50% of temporary workers' salaries and not giving employees benefits such as UIF and leave. But the recruitment industry says the labour broker industry has played a meaningful role in job creation.
All that the government really wants to see is adherence to the labour laws. So we're very, very happy. We are compliant in terms of the requirements of the labour law. And we actually see it as an opportunity because we, like the government, we'd like to see the industry lose the people that are not compliant.
Smalland Group is a company which specializes in field marketing. They do promotions, research and advertising for their clients. The company employs about 16,000 workers countrywide. The managing director, David Smalland, says the recession has led to their clients wanting to maximize profits, utilizing minimal resources. But it's not all doom and gloom. The company says there are still prospects for new employment. is looking for people who are keen to share its values and culture.
I think younger people today are looking for more instant gratification, whereas in more old-fashioned way of life, people would start at the bottom and work their way up through an organization. So we have a mix. We have some people that are prepared to start at the bottom and work their way up, and those are the types of individuals that tend to be very successful, that grow and develop with our organization.
Analysts are optimistic that the job market is likely to improve next year, especially with the 2010 FIFA Soccer World Cup coming up. They advise candidates to do proper planning and research, adding that they must be willing to start at the bottom in order for them to secure employment. Naledi Mulifi, Business News, Johannesburg.
All right, sports news is coming up next.